Hey guys, this is Leo from Leo's Motor Ride. I want to share some information, give some tip how to check steering head bearing. As you know, steering head bearing does need service. It all depends if you ride street bike, dirt bike, how often you ride, how much you wash it, but still needs to check and adjust. On some bike, maybe once a year is good to lubricate the bearings on the steering and keep it maintained. What do you feel when the steering head bearing goes bad? If it come loose, when you hit bump on the road, you feel like a clunk, like free play on the bar. If it's worn out, so basically you feel notching, and when you slightly turn, you feel like the bike wants to fall, and it's not fun feeling. How you test it? So if you have center stand, it's great, it's easier. Basically you put the center stand down and somebody needs to give weight on the rear of the bike, because in some cases the bike rear wheel is in the air and some bikes don't. But my point is, you need to raise the front wheel off the ground and you wanna move the handlebar from right to left, and it's supposed to fall, okay, by himself. If you put it straight, when you have the forks and the wheel is much heavier on the steering, so he basically wants to fall just like that. In this case, I move the forks because I'm doing fork jobs, but it doesn't matter really, because what I feel, and you guys maybe can watch it in the video, this is really bad. Basically, when I'm moving slightly easy the bar, it just lock in place, and that means it's notch. There is a notch on the bearing, and you can see how he locks. He just lock and he stay there. You need to put some force to move it again from side to side. So this is a bad bearing. Obviously this bike is 2009. It's probably never been lubricated or adjusted or anything, so it makes sense to just replace the bearing. In this case, the bearings are not expensive, it's just the labor, and now will be good time to do it. Now remember, some bikes have Scott steering stabilizer or dampener, which will make your test to check fault, because it's so smooth, or make it hard so you don't feel your steering bearing are bad. So basically you need to disconnect it or move the stabilizer or the Scott or GPR or whatever you have, so you can really get the feeling of the bar. And remember, it doesn't matter if you have forks on the bike or you do. I mean, obviously you will have it on the bike. Again, I do fork seal right now, and then I find out he needs steering head bearings, and I'm going to do it. But this is important thing to check. The bike, runs like supposed to when it's all maintained, nice adjustment and everything is just right. If I miss something or I forget something, and you can leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and see you. Bye. This is a quick video to show how to change steering head bearing. Okay, so basically after you're done with the bearing and you make sure they all seated right, double check everything, tight everything, make sure all good. But the final adjustment is you leave the top bolt loose. Include this on this particular bike. You tight the big nut that will bring the lower clamp up once you tied it, and once you think it's enough, I mean there is owner manual and you need to look at the specification, but with this KTM basically you tie the big nut, you bring everything back up, and then you tie the rest, and you need to double check all the time. So basically now I will leave this in the middle and it does fall, and that's how it should be. You guys remember in the beginning that thing was locked in place, right? So there's no notching anymore, it's just perfect. Okay, so now I'm ready to go test drive. When I come back, recheck and adjust again, because after a first test ride it's kind of seated even better, and then you need to come and recheck and you know, do final tight torques, everything, and you should be good to go.